I never believed in other dimensions. That stuff was for sci-fi nerds and conspiracy podcasts. But one night, walking my dog in the park, I found something I was never supposed to touch. Something that changed my life forever. It was a Tuesday, just an ordinary weeknight. I'd worked late, came home tired, but my dog, Max, wouldn't leave me alone. He kept pawing at the leash. Fine, I thought. A short walk around the park, then bed. The park was empty. The lamps flickered. The playground was silent, the swings creaking in the breeze. I let Max off the leash, and he bolted ahead, nose to the ground. That's when he started barking. Not his usual bark, not playful, alarmed. I ran toward him, calling his name. He was scratching at the dirt near the roots of an old oak tree. His paws dug furiously until something metallic glinted in the soil. At first, I thought it was a coin, but when I brushed away the dirt, I saw it was no coin at all. A device. Small, smooth, cold to the touch, about the size of a key fob. Its surface was covered with strange etchings, symbols I couldn't recognize, glowing faintly in the dark. And in the center, a single button. I should have left it there. But curiosity got the better of me. I picked it up, turned it over in my hand. The glow pulsed, like it was alive. Then Max barked again, louder, frantic. His ears stood straight, his body stiff. He was staring at something behind me. I spun around. Nothing. Just empty trees, the silent playground, the night sky. I laughed nervously, trying to calm him down, and that's when my thumb pressed the button. The world split. Right there, in the middle of the park, the air tore open like glass shattering. A circle of pure white light expanded, humming, vibrating, warping the air around it. Max whimpered, backing away, but I couldn't move. My whole body froze. Through the circle, I saw it. Another park, another night sky, but different. The trees were taller, darker, their leaves glowing faintly like embers. The sky shimmered with constellations I didn't recognize, clusters of stars burning in impossible colors. And in the distance, a city. Not like ours. Taller, sharper, glowing with streams of light that twisted through the air like rivers. And figures moved there. Tall, luminous, nothing like humans. Max barked again, snapping me back to reality. I stumbled, the button slipped in my hand, and the portal collapsed. Gone. Just me, my dog, and the empty park. My heart was pounding. My hands shook. I looked down at the device. It was still glowing, still waiting. I ran home that night, dragging Max behind me. I locked the doors, sat on my bed, staring at the thing in my hand. I tried to tell myself it wasn't real, that I was tired, imagining things. But when I put it down on the table, the symbols on its surface shifted. New shapes, new patterns, almost like it was learning. And I swear, I heard something, not out loud, inside my head. A voice, soft, distant, calling. I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that impossible skyline shimmering behind the light. The button lay on the table, pulsing faintly, like it was alive, like it was waiting for me. By morning, my curiosity had already drowned out my fear. I told myself I was insane, but I still pocketed the device and went back to the park. Max whined, tail low, as if he remembered too. I stood under that same oak tree, thumb hovering over the button, my heart hammered in my chest, and I pressed it. The air split again. That blinding white ring tore reality like paper, stretching open into the same glowing window, the same alien night sky. Only this time, it didn't close.
The ground beneath me trembled, pulling at my shoes. Max barked and pulled at the leash, resisting. But I stepped forward. I don't know why. Maybe I was possessed. Maybe it wasn't even my decision. One step, and I was through. Instantly, the air felt different, heavier, charged like static clinging to my skin. The grass under my feet glowed faintly, as if alive. The oak tree behind me was gone, replaced by a twisted, towering version with branches that curled like claws, dripping faint blue light. I looked up. The constellations overhead were wrong. Stars burning in green, violet, orange. Rivers of light streamed across the sky, bending in arcs that shouldn't exist. And the city. My God, the city. Skyscrapers unlike anything on Earth rose like jagged crystals, stretching impossibly high. Pulses of light ran up their spines like blood through veins. Between them floated platforms connected by glowing bridges that twisted in spirals. Max whimpered, pressing against my leg. He was trembling. I couldn't blame him. Then I saw movement. Figures walking along the bridges. Tall, thin, draped in flowing garments that shimmered like liquid metal. Their skin glowed faintly, translucent, and their eyes, too large, reflecting the sky like mirrors. One of them stopped, tilted its head, and looked directly at me. A shockwave went through my skull, like an electric current under my skin. A voice, not in my ears, but inside my mind. "Intruder." I staggered back. Max barked wildly, teeth bared. The being raised an arm. A sphere of light formed in its hand, humming, and before I could move, the ground around me cracked open, glowing like molten glass. The air collapsed inward. A force like gravity but sharper dragged me to my knees. The button flew from my pocket, hovering in the air, spinning rapidly. Max howled, his leash snapping free. He bolted back toward the portal. I screamed his name, but the ring of white light was shrinking. And then, it was gone. The last thing I saw before everything went dark was Max leaping through, escaping, and me, trapped, swallowed by alien light. When I woke up, I wasn't lying on grass. I was on a smooth, metallic surface, cold against my back. My wrists and ankles were bound by bands of shimmering energy that hummed when I struggled. The room was enormous, walls curving upward like the inside of a shell. Patterns of shifting light crawled across them, symbols that changed when I stared too long. And they were there. 3 of the beings, tall, skeletal, eyes like pools of liquid silver. They moved without sound, robes flowing like smoke. One leaned closer, studying me. Its face was expressionless, but I felt it inside my head, a cold presence rifling through my thoughts. "Human. Unauthorized crossing. Dangerous curiosity." I tried to scream, but my voice cracked. "Let me go, please." Another stepped forward. This one's skin glowed faintly gold instead of silver. It pressed a hand over my chest, and instantly my heart slowed. My panic dulled. My thoughts slowed down. It spoke inside me again. "We did not intend discovery. The device was not for you. You should not exist here." I breathed in shallow gasps. "What is this place? Where am I?" The being tilted its head, as though considering whether I deserved an answer. "You call it Earth, but not your Earth. A reflection, a parallel node. The button is a key. It was misplaced. You were never meant to find it." I shook my head violently. Send me back. I don't want this. The silver-eyed one moved closer, its gaze piercing. You pressed the key twice. The portal has marked you. You cannot simply return. Not without consequence. And then it showed me. Not with screens, not with words, but with a flood of images in my mind. My city, my park, my people, overlaid with their world. Same structures, same geography, but different. 1,000 layers of earth stacked like reflections in a mirror. Each one slightly changed, some inhabited by them, some by worse things. I screamed until my throat tore. The golden one whispered in my head, "You must forget, for your own safety, for ours." But I didn't forget. I broke free.
The bindings that held me weren't made of metal or rope. They were light itself, a shimmering energy that burned when I pulled too hard. But in that haze of fear and rage, something changed. The button. It wasn't gone. It was hovering above me, spinning, humming, as if it was alive. The beings were too focused on me to notice, or maybe they didn't care, but I felt it calling me. Not with sound, with instinct. My hand twitched and the band of energy cracked, just for a second, enough to slip one wrist free. The golden one's head snapped toward me, its silver eyes widened. "Stop!" I didn't stop. With everything I had, I lunged for the device. My fingers closed around it, heat searing my skin. I slammed my thumb on the button. The world shattered. The room twisted like a broken reflection, walls folding inward, symbols stretching into infinity. The beings screamed, not with voices, but inside my skull, a deafening chorus of fury. And then, silence. I was back. Not in my bed, not at home, but lying flat on the grass in the middle of the park. The lamps flickered overhead, the swings creaked in the breeze. Everything looked the same, except Max wasn't there. I scrambled to my feet, heart racing. The button was still in my hand, its glow dimming now, almost dead. "Max!" I shouted into the empty park. No answer. Panic clawed at my chest. And then I heard it. The jingling of a collar. Out from the shadows, tail wagging, tongue out, came Max. He barreled into me, barking like nothing had happened. I dropped to my knees, hugging him so tightly he yelped. My hands shook as I buried my face in his fur. He was safe. He was here. But then, I checked my phone. 2 hours. Only 2 hours had passed. And yet, my watch said otherwise. According to it, I had been gone a week. That was 3 months ago. The button? I don't have it anymore. Or maybe it doesn't have me. The night after I came back, I woke up to find it gone from my desk. No sign of a break-in, no footprints, nothing. Just gone. But the consequences, they stayed. Sometimes when I walk past that oak tree, the air feels heavier. My skin prickles. The world hums faintly like something beneath the surface is waiting to tear open. And sometimes when I'm falling asleep, I hear them. Not in dreams, not in my ears, in my head. The key was not for you. You were not meant to see. Do not return. I wake up drenched in sweat, Max trembling at the foot of the bed, staring at the corner of the room as if something's there. And maybe it is. Because last week at 3 a.m., my phone buzzed with a notification, an audio file I didn't download. No sender, no origin. I played it. Static. Then a voice. Not human, not machine, something in between. It said my name, and then it whispered, "The portal still remembers you."